18 is a magical age in the state of Michigan, because at that time when a child turns 18, he's independent. He doesn't have to show his parents his grades from school, and his parents can't make decisions regarding certain aspects that the child probably wants his parents to take care of. So when a child turns 18, usually happens to kids when they're in their senior year of high school, some maybe when they go to college. There are certain things that parents and their children should talk about and have in place to protect them from unforeseen circumstances that are easily avoidable, but circumstances that we hope we never have to face. For example, you get that terrible call, your child's a first-year student at Michigan State, or I could say Michigan, I won't discriminate here, and they say, I hate to inform you, your child's been in an accident. Ooh, okay, what's wrong? I'm sorry, we can't tell you. Why? Your child's 18. Do you have a HIPAA power of attorney? We can't show you the medical records. No parent wants to be confronted with a situation, a terrible situation, unexpected, and they can't do anything about it. Well, they could do something about it. They can apply to a court. They have to go to a probate court, be appointed as a guardian for their own child. You certainly don't want that to happen. So there are certain things, I say there are 5 things each parent and child that's at 18, just turned 18, or about to turn 18, should discuss and have in place. And the first is a healthcare power of attorney. It's your child appointing you as their person to make decisions for them if they're incapable of making those decisions. For example, they're in a car accident, they're unconscious. Doctor says surgery, no surgery, you will then have that right to make that decision. Just because you are their parent, if they're 18, you don't inherently have that right. Once they turn 18, officially your child has to appoint you as their representative. Now that doesn't mean, for you kids out there that are listening to this doesn't mean mom and dad are going to make all your decisions once you turn 18. It's written in such a way that only if you are unable to communicate your thoughts and your wishes, then you've designated someone that you want to make those wishes and your thoughts and your desires come true. Most care, that's a parent. So that's the first form I think you need. The second is a HIPAA authorization. A HIPAA authorization, you hear it when they go to doctors, they sign HIPAA authorizations. Healthcare providers aren't allowed to give out your protected healthcare information to anyone unless they're authorized. That means when you're 18, your parents don't have access to your medical records. If something happens to you, like we talked about before, your parents can't get information from your doctors unless, of course, you have a HIPAA authorization authorizing a doctor or hospital to talk to your parents or your designated representative about your healthcare information. So that's the second document I think you need. The third is a durable power of attorney. It grants a third person the right and authority to make decisions and act on your behalf. For example, cashing checks and depositing them in your bank account. For example, signing a lease agreement or signing a contract on your behalf. Again, these you can put as many powers in. You could have unlimited powers or just certain powers that you grant to somebody. So that if you think something's going to happen while you're not in town, you're designating a representative to sign on your behalf. The fourth is a FERPA. It sounds kind of funny. It sounds like a little cartoon animal. But a FERPA is something under the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. When you go to college, when you turn 18, you don't have to tell your parents your grades. Now, I know some of you children out there listening to this are saying, great, I don't have to tell mom and dad what I'm getting. The problem is, under FERPA, if you have medical treatment, for example, at a college medical facility, those medical records are considered private educational records. And unless you have a FERPA release, your parents don't get access to those. You know, you always want to think about the worst that can happen and prepare for it and hope it doesn't. That way, when if something bad happens, you're not caught by surprise, your parents aren't caught by surprise, and no situation causes more problems than it should. Again, it's a simple conversation that a parent and a child should have about what could happen. And you're not saying it's going to happen, but you want to have the right tools in place. Give me a call or one of my colleagues here at Foster Swift. If I get the call in the morning and have the pertinent information, meaning your name, your child's name, what you want to have done, I can turn around documents within 24 hours. We can send them to you over the email, you can DocuSign them, and they are just as legal as coming in an office and having it signed in front of a notary. If you've got more time and you want multiple copies and you want handwritten signatures, we can prepare the information for you almost overnight. You can come into our office and sign in front of a notary and carry the documents with you, away with you. You should have multiple copies. You should keep copies, one for yourself, your child should have one, and you just keep one in a safe or just in a drawer somewhere in the house in case the others get lost. No one really likes to go to an attorney. In fact, it's like going to your doctor. People go to the doctor only when they get sick. Now they try to send you to a doctor for preventive medicine. Have your yearly physical. Well, you know what? Attorneys are here to help you. I know a lot of attorneys get a bad rap just because of a couple of bad eggs, bad apples that make us sound like we're all bad, but we're really here to help you. We're not all lawsuits. We're here to try to solve the problem before it gets to a lawsuit. And we can solve things that seem like emergencies when they happen. Had you taken the time to just have a brief chat with an attorney and counselor, and to have some documents put in place, it could give you some peace of mind. You can rest easy that some of these unforeseen circumstances, if they do happen, you're ready for them. Now, maybe you're seeing this videotape and something's already happened, and you haven't taken the steps that we've been discussing in this video. The best thing to do is immediately contact an attorney. Feel free to reach me or any of my colleagues at Foster Swift. We've been more than happy to help you with your situation and address your needs.